here I am again. Have you experienced a lot of going like through survival mode, experiencing a lot of chaos and drama in your life for a long period of time, and then suddenly it stops? There's something that changes it, or that chaos is no longer there, and suddenly you're finding yourself in this place of what's going on. And you're finding all these symptoms that are happening. When you're in chaos, you had a lot of highs and lows, and you had a lot of, drama and things that, you knew how to handle, you knew how to work with. And suddenly you find yourself in this peaceful, calming time, and you almost don't know what to do with yourself because you're not used to all this calm and peace, because you've been in survival mode and highs and lows of chaos and drama for so long. You may find yourself really like having almost like phantom illnesses, or having a lot of irritability, or just like bitterness, because you're like, wait a second, like I don't have the crazy chaos anymore, and yet I'm feeling all these ailments. For instance, for me, I started getting like these migraines after all this chaos I've been going through. All of a sudden I started getting like migraines because my body was basically releasing all of this stuff that isn't working for me. It's almost like having an addiction to like drugs or something, because when you're detoxifying, when you're removing the drug gave you highs and lows. When you no longer have the highs and lows, because you're so used to working with that and you're so good at it, how do you manage doing like your new life? What do you do about it? Because again, you're so used to having all of this chaos and this roller coaster of emotions, and almost feeling like kind of tied to whoever was creating the chaos or whatever was creating the chaos. And now that it's not there, you're kind of dependent on it. Like I know it's like almost counterintuitive, because it feels like, wait, this is what I've been wanting. I've been wanting it to be getting rid of all of that grief and chaos and drama and people being dependent on me for certain things. I just want to be living my best life. But when you get all of that out of your system, your body starts having withdrawals, just like a drug. So it's just very interesting how when you're going through releasing and being in this calm state, it almost makes you feel worse for a while, because you just don't know how to handle it. You don't know how to, you're so used to working the highs and lows of the drama that you don't really know how to be in the calm. You don't know how to be in the peaceful state. It's very strange. This is personally what I'm experiencing, but I've talked to a lot of people that have gone through this or are going through this, and it just seems like it's just this odd thing. So what do you do about it? Like, how do you manage this when you're definitely ready? You're ready to be in this much better place of calm and peace, but you keep, I don't know if you're craving is the right word, but you keep finding yourself trying to get the highs and lows in your life still, because you're so used to that. So you may create highs and lows in your life by creating arguments with people that you love, that you usually don't argue with, or you usually don't have issues with. And, it's because you're acting out. You're trying to get those same feelings that you were getting from the chaos and the survival by creating it again. But then you realize that's not right either. So what do you do about it? So here's what I've been experiencing and what I've been aware of. I feel like awareness and knowing that this is what you're going through is key. Like being aware of where you're at and what state you're in already kind of opens up your mind to, oh, okay, wait, this is what I'm doing. Then you realize, okay, I'm doing this because I'm craving this thing that's really not good for me, and, just trying to recreate it, but I don't really need it. Another thing you can do is give yourself grace. You've gone through a crazy time in your life. You've experienced things. You felt like you had a control over it. You felt like, you were managing it just fine, even though it's been so overwhelming and so crazy and so much emotion and all these things that you've experienced, and you haven't had really an outlet for it. So give yourself grace. Allow yourself to feel what you're feeling right now in this very moment. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Why am I craving this high and low? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? And give yourself grace. And another thing to do is to go for a walk like me. Do things that make you feel good, that get your mind out of that time of, both the chaos and what you're going through now. Just give yourself that peace and love for yourself. Take care of yourself. Be good to yourself. And, it's just, it hasn't been an easy time. I get it. It's been a really hard time, as a matter of fact. But there comes a time where you're being guided to having a better, more peaceful life. And in order to do that, you just need to start clearing things. And a great way to clear things too is by clearing your space. So, whether that's going through cupboards and cleaning cupboards, or going through old stuff, old photos, or things that you no longer need in your life, and just releasing them, getting rid of them, getting rid of things that don't belong in your life anymore. It's okay to go through things and get rid of them. As a matter of fact, it feels amazing, because then you don't have every memory, every item that you have in your home has an energy tie to it. And when you're holding on to things, let's say it's a little trinket that you got that you don't really even like, but you're holding on to it because there's a certain memory that you had with this person. You can still have that memory with that person without the trinket. You don't need the trinket in order to have that memory of that person. So anyway, that's my tip for today. This is something that I've been really realizing a lot lately for myself as well. But be good to yourself, love yourself, care for yourself. And, don't forget, you matter. You are incredible. And give yourself the time to heal and to release all the chaos that you've gone through the last few years. You deserve it. You deserve to live your best life. And in order to do that, you gotta let go. You gotta give it up to God, and, release it. So anyway, wishing you an amazing day. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.